Welcome to Keeping Up with Our Community, a podcast for and about Romeo Community Schools. Each week, we will invite different guests to share insights about some unique aspects of our schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com. Hello, my name is Marianne Brush, and I'm the Communications and Marketing Supervisor for Romeo Community Schools. It is my pleasure to introduce episode 37 of the Keeping Up with Our Community Schools podcast. Joining us today is Sadie Hopp, a junior at Romeo High School and a member of SERVE, the high school's community service organization. SERVE stands for Students Enriching Romeo Through Volunteer Experiences. One of those experiences is Socktober, which we will hear more about shortly. Let me begin first by introducing our guest. Sadie, can you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
I'm Sadie Hopp. I'm a junior at Romeo High School, and I'm in the BEI Academy I was in it for business, but I'm in early college as well. So now I'm in BEI for culinary.
Nice. What are your academic interests or any extracurriculars you do other than serve?
I'm on the student council board for the class of 2026. I am the treasurer, and I'm on the board for SERVE as well.
All right. So why did you decide to join SERVE?
Ever since I was really little, I've always liked volunteering no matter what it was for. And when I found out they did this organization in Romeo High School, I was really thrilled to join, and I was so happy to be involved in it.
Did you always go through Romeo Community Schools?
Yeah.
What elementary school and middle school did you?
I went to Hampar, then Romeo Middle School.
Okay. So how long have you been involved then?
I joined SERVE my 9th grade year, so this will be my 3rd year being a part of SERVE.
Okay, and what role do you play?
I'm on the board, but we don't have like certain positions on the board.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Socktober.
Socktober is a month-long event.
October, the month of October, makes sense.
And we collect socks through all of the elementary schools, the middle school, and the high school. At the high school, we're doing a first hour competition. So whatever the top 2 first hours that collect the most socks get donuts.
Nice. So what are your goals? What do you hope to achieve?
We're hoping just to be able to collect as many socks as we can to give them to the Samaritan House.
And how can the community help you with this?
By bringing in socks, giving socks to their kids, and having kids get involved to get socks to the elementary schools, middle school, and high school.
So there are specific drop-off points at each of the school buildings?
I'm not really sure how the elementary school is doing it, if it's a class competition or if there's just a big box. But normally at the middle school, it's a class competition as well.
I see. So it gets people motivated.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. How does this impact the school and the broader community? What is the importance of socks? Tell me, let's back up a minute. Like, why socks?
The Samaritan House, socks are their least collected item and donated item throughout everywhere. And it's really good to collect socks for all kids, women, and men to keep their feet warm for the upcoming winter.
And October, because it's kind of going into the holiday season.
Yeah,
makes sense. So is there anything you wish you had known when you started high school in terms of getting involved or doing things like Socktober?
Maybe getting involved. I wish I joined the board in my sophomore year, because you can't in your freshman year because you're just new to it and stuff. But I love being on the board and being involved, so it would be nice to join it as early as you can.
So is that advice you would give to this year's freshmen? They can't join the board, but to try to join next year?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you care to add?
Just donate for Socktober. It's really fun. All the fun events for SERVE are super fun. And for SERVE, you can sign up for any event Miss Goddard sends out to you, and it's just pick and choose what events sound fun to you and what ones fit your schedule.
Okay. Would you suggest reaching out to Ms. Geddert for additional information if somebody wanted to get involved a bit
Yeah,
more?
100%.
Okay, because her email address is pamela.geddert, Gedert, at Romeo K12.org.
Yeah.
Okay, again, that's pamela.geddert at romeok12.org. All right, well, thank you. Before we close, though, I have a little surprise. In a minute, we will be phoning in a special guest. Carson Bojo, a 2022 graduate of Romeo High School, actually was the one who brought Socktober to the school district when she was only 10 years old. Did you know
Wow.
that?
I didn't know she was 10, but I knew she was the one that brought it in.
Yeah, so it's continuing all this time. So hopefully we'll hear from her a little bit of how she kept it going all those years. So Carson is joining us by phone from the Upper Peninsula, where she is studying at Michigan Technological University. In a minute, we're just going to give her a call, okay?
Sounds
All
good.
right, thanks.
Hi, nice to hear you.
Nice to hear you too. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you are, and where we're speaking to you from.
Yes, so my name is Carson Bojo. I am currently in my third year at Michigan Tech studying environmental engineering. I graduated from Romeo in 2022, and I started Socktober when I was an elementary schooler at Ham Parr. So that was in 2015, and this year is 10 years of Socktober.
Wow, that's great. So 2014, you started it. Yeah, you're right. That makes it 10 years. So what inspired you as a 10-year-old?
So I saw a video from someone called Kid President, and he was probably about the same age as I was at the time. And gosh, I think my parents showed me the video or saw it on the news somewhere, but it was a video about this sock drive called Socktober that he started and how it had spread across the country and a bunch of people were doing it. And I was like, wow, well, that's pretty cool. Why don't we do that here? And then it just kind of took off from there.
So you had to pitch it to your principal?
I did. So I sat down with my parents and I drafted an email to my principal. It was Mr. Maydell at the time. And then he helped me kind of work out the logistics, how I wanted to talk to the teachers and plan the collections. And then ultimately have like a reward or a prize for the class that collected the most items.
Wow. And then how did you keep it going forward from that point?
So I was in fifth grade, so it made the transition to middle school kind of easy. And then after going from the middle school, I went straight to the high school with it. It just kind of followed me where I went. And then I was a part of the youth advisory committee, which is a board of students from a couple different districts in the area. So I was able to have their help. And I don't know if they're still doing it in those other districts, but we got it to those other districts as well. So I really just kind of reached out to all of the people that I knew and who wanted to help. And yeah, then it
So
just kind of kept going.
You expanded it beyond just the Romeo school district to other school districts. Got it started there too as well?
Yes,
Wow.
they did it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I haven't kept tabs with what they're doing now, but
Yeah.
at the time it was.
And then when you graduated, how did you make sure? Did you sort of pass the baton on to somebody else to continue
I
it?
did. So I worked with Mrs. Geddert and the serve team. I was a little worried that it wouldn't carry on without me because every year I was the one who sent the emails to the principals at all of the schools. And I asked her to help me out my senior year and find other students who wanted to help lead the collection. And thank goodness she was able to step up and help because it's still going strong. And it makes me so happy to see it's still going.
It is. And today we had Sadie Hopp, who's a junior with Serve. She's on the Serve board, and we just heard from her about what their plans this year. Mrs. Geddert couldn't join us today because she's out of the district, but Sadie is representing the event very well. And so when I heard today that you were the one who started it, and so happy that you were able to join us and give us a little background.
Well, thank you so much. And Sadie, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. The community really thanks you so much. And I thank you so much. You're doing a really awesome thing. You're doing a great job at it too.
Well, that's so nice of you to say. And do we know what Kid President is doing today? I mean, he inspired this, and I remember him being a very inspirational. Do we know anything about what he's your age, right? So
yes, he is. I don't know what he's up to today. I'm sure I would love to go look after this. I'm sure he's doing some pretty awesome stuff now.
Yeah, he's really, carried it forward, paid it forward. So, as have you. So, well, good luck with school and everything. And nice to have you join us today, and appreciate your time.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
So that was really fun having Carson joining us.
Yes, thank you, Carson, so much for organizing this when you were just in 5th grade. And we love that it carried on. And I'm so thankful that I'm here today and able to keep it going.
Great. Well, thank you for your time and for everything you and the other students are doing. Next up is the next in our Mental Health and Wellness Roundtable. Joining us, along with Mary Selden, the district's Director of Special Services, is Casey Marin, psychology teacher at Romeo High School. The topic is positive psychology and mindfulness-based stress reduction. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week to keep up with Romeo Community Schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com.